It's Sunday, February 23rd, and I'm Jim Sullivan with your NeoWeather.com video forecast. Looking at the radar satellite temperatures across northern Ohio this morning, a little bit of light snow across our southern counties from Mansfield to Akron, Canton to Youngstown. A lot of that isn't reaching the ground, but you could see some light snow in that area from time to time this morning. The snow farther north was sort of a dud last night. Temperatures just refused to cool off, so a lot of that precipitation fell as rain across our lakeshore counties. Temperatures in the low to mid-30s. They'll go up a few degrees today. Not a whole lot of sun. A lot of clouds extending back well into Indiana and Michigan. A few little breaks in the clouds right now near Lake Erie, but those aren't going to last particularly long. Taking a look across the entire country now, not a lot going on. There's a pretty impressive temperature gradient with temperatures starting off below zero in the upper plains and starting off in the 60s and 70s along the Gulf Coast. So you can tell we're kind of getting closer to spring with all that warmth bubbling up to the south. Some showers and storms along the Gulf Coast from Louisiana into Florida. Those could persist through today, nothing too severe. There's a stalled out frontal boundary over the Ohio Valley east into parts of the plains, and there's some energy riding along that. And you can see there's another little push of energy over Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska. That might actually bring some snow to southern Ohio and into the mid-Atlantic today. Nothing too extreme. There's more energy moving into the northwestern U.S. and a lot of winter storm warnings for the mountains up there. And we'll show you in a little bit if that's going to eventually affect us. But first, your almanac, 45.36 in Cleveland yesterday, which wasn't too bad. It was above average. Average was 39.25 for today. Record 66, 4 below zero. 0.05 of an inch of rain. It happens yesterday. We're now running above normal precipitation on the month and year. It's an 11-hour day today when you're talking about daylight. We're going to set the sun at 6:11 tonight. All right, so looking ahead, this morning's light snow likely dissipates, and then we might get another little wave across southern Ohio this afternoon into this evening for a few hours, and that could graze our far southern counties before we all dry out tonight. There could be a few lake effect flurries tonight, although nothing too extreme. So today, mainly dry, temperatures clicking up a few degrees into the upper 30s. Someone might touch 40, some areas might struggle to hit 35, especially close to Lake Erie. And then maybe a few flurries south late this afternoon, early this evening, nothing significant. And then tonight, maybe a little lake effect east of Cleveland, temperatures falling into the teens tonight. All right, so looking ahead now at the big picture, it's going to get cold again, really cold across, for this time of year, across the north central and northeastern U.S. Now, this cold is going to be so impressive and suppressive that it's going to squash any energy that tries moving out of the west. So we shouldn't see any big, widespread snowstorms through most of the work week. Now, that changes a little by this weekend, but for the most part, very cold during the week, and you can see a couple of little reinforcing shots of cold air like Tuesday and again Wednesday or so. And with each of those little reinforcing shots, there might be some light snow and maybe some lake effect behind it. A little open water has cropped up on Lake Erie. Now, as we head towards the end of the work week into next weekend, things may get a little more active. The polar vortex, or I shouldn't call it that, the big blast of cold starts lifting to the northeast, and that gives room for some energy to start moving out of the west. And as that happens, if things go well, there could be a more plowable area-wide snow, but the models aren't going to handle this particularly well because that huge area of cold, if it's just too far south, it'll suppress everything and keep us mostly dry. If it's a little farther north, the storms might track towards, like, Detroit. I don't think we'll see any systems tracking towards Detroit, at least next weekend. And you can see as we keep rolling through next weekend, more energy moving out of the west, and the cold just sitting right to our north. So we might be in an interesting position as we head into the first week of March. And as we look at the big picture weather map, huge high pressure extending all the way up towards into well north of the Arctic Circle here over Alaska and northern Siberia, allowing cold to funnel into Canada. So we're going to have cold air at our disposal, it looks like, well into March. We'll see if we do anything with it. not saying we're going to get a big snowstorm, but it's going to be interesting to watch as we do get into the month of March. So the next week, really nothing spectacular across northern Ohio, just cold. Tomorrow should be dry and about 10 degrees colder than today, in the upper 30s to maybe near 30 south of town. As we get into Monday night and Tuesday night, a reinforcing shot of cold moves in, so we could see some light snow showers for everyone. A little lake effect on Wednesday, another little reinforcing shot of cold Wednesday night, and then maybe a little more lake effect on Thursday. This is going to be a dry air mass, and there still is a lot of ice on the lake, which is going to limit how much moisture we can pick up. So hopefully that means everything's a little too dry for heavy snow. That's how it looks now, but stay tuned. Look at those lows in the single digits later this week into early next weekend. Friday I went dry, and then another small chance of snow Saturday. Again, we'll see. I don't think we'll see any big storms through at least Friday, and then as we get into next weekend, we'll watch. I do think we'll get a little more active, and we will probably warm up a little, although probably nothing 50 or above for at least another 10 days, if not longer. All right, I'm Jim Sullivan. Thanks for watching. Check us out again tomorrow.